Welcome to your prenatal stretch routine. I'll be walking you through a series of positions that will help your body in preparation for birth. If at any time you feel unsafe or that you cannot do a movement, feel free to take a break and jump back in when you're ready. Remember to stay relaxed, and when the stretching becomes intense, take a deep breath and surrender to the sensations without attaching any negative emotion to your experience. We are going to start on the ground, sitting on our feet, taking a deep breath to center our energy. Then we'll move into a tabletop position. Gently arch your back and look up toward the sky and allow your belly to fully relax. Then, from your belly button, round your lower, then upper back. Arch back up, looking again to the sky, and round the back. Then we'll take a nice big circle. Imagine you're drawing a circle with the top of your head. And then to the other side. Let's open up the knees and sit back on our feet. And if this is uncomfortable, you can just sit upright. We'll take a moment to breathe deeper. And from here, we'll stand to our feet and slowly roll up, rounding the back. Bringing the arms overhead and placing them in front of the chest. We'll step out nice and wide to stretch the hamstrings. While you're down here, you can shake your head no, and then shake your head yes to make sure there's no tension in the neck. If your elbows don't touch the ground, simply place your palms down. Now cross your hand over to the opposite foot and spiral the torso. You can take your gaze up toward the sky or straight out in front of you, whichever one is more comfortable. Take a nice deep breath, surrendering to the twist. And we'll go to the other side. And back down to the middle to slowly roll up. You can take a soft bend in the knees as you roll up. We'll bring the feet in closer together. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see this from a different angle, but you can stay in the direction that you're already in. Bringing your feet in a little bit closer. We'll raise the arms up, centering our energy and taking a swan dive down, slowly lowering your bottom until you're in a deep squat. And we'll hang out here for a little bit. This is a great position for birthing your baby. So it's good to practice this beforehand and get comfortable with what this feels like. If you're having a hard time balancing here, you can hold on to something in front of you. Maybe you can hold on to a chair or the couch. Slowly placing your hands out in front of you, we'll move into a downward facing dog, pedaling the feet to get a light calf stretch. The next movement I'll show you slowly, then we'll speed it up. So rounding the back, moving into a plank position, then arching the back and sticking your butt up way toward the sky, back into the downward dog. We'll flow through this a few times. Then we'll take one leg up for a hip opener, and we'll bring it through to a lunge. We're going to straighten the legs, cycling the arms over and stretching the side of the body, and then cycling to stretch the other side. Bringing the arms down, back into that lunge position. And looking up toward the sky. Now, if arching back is uncomfortable, simply keep your back straight. We'll reset in the downward dog and repeat this on the other side. Bringing the leg up and opening the hips and pulling through to a lunge, cycling the arms over for that nice side body stretch. You can take a nice deep bend in the knee to stabilize yourself, cycling to the other side. Back down into the lunge. You could stay here if this is comfortable. Getting into a deep hip stretch. And when you're ready, bring the arms up and overhead, arching back if that feels comfortable for you. Then we'll return to small child's pose. Remember to keep those knees open, giving your belly a lot of room to get comfortable. And from here, we'll take one arm and spiral it under to the other side. You can keep your palm flat on the ground, or you can come up on your fingertips if that's comfortable for you. Taking a nice deep breath, relaxing into the spiral. And then we will switch to the other side. This is also a great position to have your bottom up and your torso down. This gives the baby some time to kind of reset and takes the pressure of the baby's head off of your pelvis. Then we'll take a moment to rest on our side. And we'll slowly roll to the back. Now for my advanced yoga moms, you can carefully go into a bridge. And if you haven't done a bridge before, you can just take a few more minutes to rest. If you'd like to try the bridge out, I would suggest that you practice first with someone to spot you. You can take this bridge with straight legs or with bent knees, whichever is more comfortable. Stretching my back in a bridge was so helpful during my pregnancy to help deal with those aches and pains. And now we'll simply round the back and bring those knees up towards your chest, keeping space for your belly. Or if your belly is still small, you can grab onto your knees. Then we'll take the toes and open up into a happy baby. Stretching those hips and massaging that back. You can take one leg out and straighten it for a nice hamstring stretch. And then the other side. And then both legs straighten out. Bringing the knees in, we'll circle the ankles. We'll come up to sitting, and we'll take our ankle right over top of our opposite knee. Now once you get here, you can stay upright, or you can bring your torso over your legs for a deeper stretch. Then we'll switch to the other side, and I'm just showing you what this looks like from the front. That ankle is right over top of the opposite knee. And I'm going to stay upright, take a nice deep breath, and bring the torso over. Then we'll keep one knee bent and straighten the other leg, looking up toward the sky and reaching over to grab our big toe. If you can't reach your big toe, you simply can put your arms down beside your legs and try to relax into this position as much as you can. Taking these deep stretches for my back, my hamstrings, and my glutes helped me so much during my pregnancy. My body was a lot less achy, and I just felt, in general, more mobile. We'll come up and switch sides, bending the leg that was straight and straightening the leg that was bent. Grabbing that big toe, or bringing the arms to either side of the leg. Whatever works for you in this moment. And from here, we're going to open up into a straddle. Getting ready for our last big hamstring stretch. Now, depending on the size of your belly, you're going to lower your torso down the middle. I was able to do this up until the end of my pregnancy, but go with whatever feels right for you and your body. If you need to come up for a break, take a deep breath and slowly use your hands to come back up. From here, we'll take a nice side stretch, engaging the side of the body, stretching those hamstrings, and then we'll cycle to the other side. You can take your head down or wherever it feels comfortable. We'll come back up, close the legs, and get ready for our last hip opener. Do your best to release and breathe deeply. In this position, you can keep your elbows on the ground or you can come up. and use your hands. I'm going to show you this from the other side as well. And you want to make sure that your bottom is right in line with your knees. So it's not behind your knees, going toward your feet, and it's not in front of your knees, but right over top. Our last stretch will loosen up the hip flexors. We'll bring one foot under the bottom and the other directly in front. You'll feel this in your hip and definitely in your quad. Do your best to release and to breathe deeply into these sensations. You can lower onto the elbows for a deeper stretch or stay up on your hands. We'll switch legs and go to the other side. Most people have jobs where they're sitting throughout the day, and this can lead to really tight hip flexors, so this stretch is really important. We'll end in this seated position for a few cleansing breaths and ocean breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me in this flow and showing up for yourself. Namaste.